I'm Zan Farr, and I would like to welcome you back to Borders Kitchen. Today we're going to be focusing on Jack Bishop's book, Vegetables Every Day. It's a little bit older, but it is one of my favorites because as we're all trying to eat more vegetables, it is organized by vegetable and it has a bunch of different recipes for each one. So today I decided I'd like to introduce some people to broccoli rabe because a lot of people may not be familiar with it. It's a wonderful green. It's got a little bit of bitterness and a little bit of broccoli florets. And we're also going to be using soba noodles, and the recipe is soba noodles with spicy broccoli rabe. We've already boiled these and drained them with warm water and then set them aside, so now they're just sort of room temperature. And these are a buckwheat noodle that you'll find in the Japanese section of the supermarket. And they add a little bit of flavor and they absorb what's going to be pretty spicy ingredients that we're going to be sauteing together. So what we're going to do to start with is get our saute pan going, and we're going to have some peanut oil, just a tablespoon, and then some sesame oil, another tablespoon. And once we get those going, we're going to get the pan heating up. Just get that going. We also have, this is red pepper flakes and then garlic minced finely. And then we have the broccoli rabe, which may also be called rapini in the market. And that's about 1.5 pounds of the broccoli rabe before you've chopped it. Looks like our oils are getting nice and hot. We're going to add this red pepper flakes. You might want to use a little bit less if you're sensitive to the heat of red pepper flakes, or you can add more if you really love hot. We're just going to wait until that gets nice and fragrant, about 2 minutes. Make sure you don't want to burn the garlic because that'll make things bitter, so turn the heat down a little bit. So within his book, there's 4 or 5 recipes for broccoli rabe. So if you find that you like that flavor, or you're growing it and you've got a big harvest, you can just use his book to find out what you want to cook that weekend. And soba noodles I like to use because they're really, really good cold and they absorb the flavors, and just a little bit more unusual style of pasta. So that's starting to smell really fragrant. So then you're going to add the broccoli rabe. We're just going to cook it enough to have it absorb the oil. And this will cook down kind of in the way that spinach will. Now I'm just going to add some liquid, which is mirin, which is a rice cooking wine. Also, I think you find it in the Japanese section. And then a little bit of also some water in here. So once you've got the liquid in there, we're going to cover that and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. And you're just waiting until the broccoli rabe is tender. We'll check that in a few minutes. All right, so now we're going to add the soba noodles to the tender greens, cook down nicely. As soon as I get this mixed together, I'm going to add the soy sauce. So I would recommend a bigger pan. Noodles are starting to absorb the liquid that was left in the bottom of the pan there. We're just going to kind of stir fry that. I'm getting the heat up a little bit, and add 2 tablespoons of soy. This should take about a minute or a minute and a half. I'm going to give it a little longer since we have a full pan. So once you can see that the soy sauce has been incorporated and the noodles have all been coated, it should be ready. And it may look like a small amount of greens, but it does have a very strong flavor, so I think the proportions you'll find come out just about right here. All right, so that looks good, and we're just going to take a plate. And you can check all the noodles seem to absorb the soy sauce and the liquid that was in with the broccoli rabe, so we've got a good proportion. We're just going to plate this up. And I highly recommend you check out Jack Bishop's Vegetables Every Day. It's a great resource for using the vegetables that you're growing in your garden or that you find at the farmer's market or just at the supermarket. And there's a happy little meal.